Chapter 15: Trauma and the Immune System. Introduction: How trauma affects immune function. In this chapter, we will explore how trauma impacts the immune system, the connection between trauma, chronic inflammation, and autoimmune diseases, and how therapies that target the gut and immune health can aid in trauma recovery. The immune system's response to trauma. The immune system defends the body against pathogens, infections, and disease. However, in the face of trauma, the immune system can become dysregulated. When the CDR is activated in response to trauma, normal immune functions are put on hold as the body focuses on survival. This prolonged activation of the CDR can lead to chronic inflammation, impaired immune function, and susceptibility to illness. The immune system has two main responses: acute and chronic. Acute trauma response. In the short term, trauma triggers the immune system to release inflammatory cytokines, which help the body repair damage and fight off infection. This is part of the body's natural response to stress or injury. Chronic trauma response. When trauma is unresolved, the body remains in a state of chronic alert. The immune system continues to produce inflammatory responses, even in the absence of a real threat. Over time, this can lead to chronic inflammation, which has been linked to a variety of health problems, including heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. The connection between trauma, inflammation, and autoimmune disorders. Chronic trauma and stress have been shown to increase systemic inflammation, which can have detrimental effects on both mental and physical health. Inflammation is the body's natural defense mechanism, but when it becomes chronic, it can lead to the development of autoimmune disorders and other chronic illnesses. Trauma and autoimmune disorders. Autoimmune diseases occur when the immune system mistakenly attacks the body's tissues. Research has shown that individuals who have experienced trauma, particularly early life trauma, are more likely to develop autoimmune conditions such as rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, Crohn's disease, and multiple sclerosis. The cell danger response plays a central role in this process. When the CDR is chronically activated, the body's immune system becomes hypervigilant, mistaking normal cells or tissues for threats. This can lead to the body attacking itself, resulting in autoimmune conditions. The gut-immune connection. How trauma affects gut health. The gut plays a critical role in immune function, and trauma has a direct impact on gut health. In fact, about 70% of the immune system resides in the gut microbiome, which is responsible for regulating immune responses and maintaining a balance between health and disease. When trauma occurs, the central nervous system, CNS, downregulates gut function, as the body prioritizes survival mechanisms like fight, flight, freeze, fawn, or flop. The impact of trauma on the gut microbiome. Trauma can disrupt the balance of beneficial and harmful bacteria in the gut, leading to conditions like leaky gut, where the intestinal lining becomes permeable, allowing toxins and bacteria to enter the bloodstream. This triggers an immune response, which can lead to chronic inflammation and exacerbate mental health issues, including anxiety, depression, and PTSD. The CDR, when activated by trauma, shifts the body's focus away from maintaining gut health. This creates an imbalance in the gut microbiome, reducing its ability to regulate the immune system effectively. This disruption can perpetuate both physical and mental health challenges as the immune system remains in a heightened state of activation. Trauma's long-term effects on immune health. Unresolved trauma has lasting effects on the immune system, increasing vulnerability to chronic illnesses and infections. Trauma survivors often experience immune suppression, which weakens the body's ability to fight off infections, viruses, and even cancer. At the same time, some trauma survivors experience immune hyperactivity, where the immune system becomes overactive, leading to autoimmune conditions and chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation and disease. Heart disease and diabetes. trauma survivors are at an increased risk for developing cardiovascular diseases and metabolic disorders due to chronic inflammation. The sustained release of inflammatory cytokines can damage blood vessels, contribute to insulin resistance, and increase the risk of heart attacks and strokes. Mental health and inflammation. Chronic inflammation also affects the brain, contributing to symptoms of depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline. The neuroinflammatory response triggered by the CDR can impair emotional regulation, memory, and concentration, worsening the psychological effects of trauma. Supporting immune health and trauma recovery. Given the profound connection between trauma and immune dysfunction, addressing immune health is an essential part of trauma recovery. Therapies that support gut health, reduce inflammation, and regulate the immune system can help reverse the long-term effects of trauma on the body. Probiotics and gut health. Probiotics, which are beneficial bacteria, play a crucial role in maintaining a healthy gut microbiome. While supporting gut health through probiotics and prebiotics can help restore bacterial balance, improve immune function, and reduce inflammation, not everyone may benefit from certain probiotic-rich foods like sauerkraut and kefir. Some individuals, particularly those delivered by C-section or exposed to multiple rounds of antibiotics, may lack the requisite gut bacteria to process these foods properly. For them, consuming these probiotics could exacerbate symptoms and increase toxic load. To determine what's missing in the gut microbiome, a stool test is recommended. Based on the results, a microbiome specialist can guide the individual on how to correct imbalances through targeted probiotic strains or alternative gut healing strategies, ensuring that the body receives the proper support for recovery without unintended side effects. Anti-inflammatory diets. An anti-inflammatory diet is another critical tool in trauma recovery. Foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and polyphenols can reduce inflammation and support immune function. Key components of an anti-inflammatory diet include fatty fish, like salmon and sardines, leafy greens, avoid oxalates, berries, blueberries, raspberries, nuts and seeds, almonds, flax seeds, olive oil and green tea. These foods not only help reduce chronic inflammation, but also support brain health, promoting emotional regulation and cognitive function. Integrative therapies for immune support. In addition to diet and stress reduction, integrative therapies can play a critical role in supporting immune function and reducing the long-term effects of trauma on the body. We cover such therapies again here. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, HBOT. HBOT involves delivering concentrated oxygen to the body under pressure, which can help reduce inflammation, promote tissue repair, and improve immune function. For trauma survivors, HBOT can help the body shift out of chronic CDR activation and support recovery by promoting cellular repair and reducing oxidative stress. This is also good for the gut and microbiome. Photobiomodulation, PBM. PBM uses red and near-infrared light to stimulate cellular repair and reduce inflammation. This therapy can help regulate the immune system and improve mitochondrial function, which is often impaired in trauma survivors due to the chronic activation of the CDR. PBM supports overall immune health and aids in reducing the physical symptoms of trauma. Red light or sunlight on the midsection is good for the gut microbiome. Herbal supplements for immune health. Herbal supplements such as turmeric, ginger, and green tea extract are powerful anti-inflammatory agents that can help reduce chronic inflammation and support immune regulation. When combined with a healthy diet, these supplements can mitigate the immune dysfunction caused by trauma. Key takeaways. Trauma disrupts immune function by activating the cell danger response, CDR, which can lead to chronic inflammation, immune dysregulation, and autoimmune disorders. Chronic inflammation is a hallmark of trauma's impact on the immune system and is linked to conditions like heart disease, diabetes, and mental health disorders. Gut health plays a crucial role in immune function, and trauma can impair the gut microbiome, leading to both physical and emotional health challenges. Supporting immune health through probiotics, an anti-inflammatory diet, and stress reduction techniques can help trauma survivors recover from immune dysfunction. Integrative therapies such as HBOT, photobiomodulation, and herbal supplements can promote immune regulation and support overall healing from trauma. References: Dabar, F.S., 2014. Effects of Stress on Immune Function: The Good, the Bad, and the Beautiful. Immunologic Research, 58, 2-3, 193-210. https doy.org 10.007/S12026-14-8517-0. Dinan, T.G., and Cryan, J.F., 2017. Gut Instincts: Microbiota as a Key Regulator of Brain Development, Aging, and Neurodegeneration. The Journal of Physiology, 595-489-503, https doy.org 10.113, J. P. 273106. Keikolt Glaser, J.K., McGuire, L., Robles, T.F., and Glaser, R., 2002. Emotions, Morbidity, and Mortality: New Perspectives from Psychoneuroimmunology. Annual Review of Psychology, 53-1, 83-107. https doy.org 10.146/anurev.psych.53.100901.135217. Miller, G. E. Chen, E., and Parker, K. J., 2011. Psychological Stress in Childhood and Susceptibility to the Chronic Diseases of Aging: Moving Toward a Model of Behavioral and Biological Mechanisms. Psychological Bulletin, 137, 6, 959-997. https doy.org 10.037A0247768. Navio, R.K., 2014. Metabolic Features of the Cell Danger Response. Mitochondrion, 16, 7-17. https doy.org 10.101/jmito.2013.8.06. Porges, S.W., 2009. The Polyvagal Theory: New Insights into Adaptive Reactions of the Autonomic Nervous System. Cleveland Clinic Journal of Medicine, 76 Supplement 2, S86 to S90. https doy.org 10.394/CICJM.76.S2.17. Rook, G.A., Lowry, C.A., and Raison, C.L., 2013. Microbial Old Friends: Immunoregulation and Stress Resilience. Evolution, Medicine, and Public Health, 2013 1, 46-64. https doy.org 10.093/EMPH/EOT 004.